Welcome to episode 46 of Cocktail Hour. I'm Andy.
I'm Rev.
And we're welcoming Genitalia Finkelstein to the show.
Yay.
Also known as Colette Moody. Ha-ha.
Hello.
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 Well, it's host and guest choice for drinks today, and I'm having a Belgian Florist apple beer. Rev, what are you having?
I'm having a Corona Light.
Nice. And Genitalia?
I'm having a Diet Mountain Dew.
Oh, my.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
It's kind of early in the day for me to drink.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll just, kind of keep up your end then.
I'm also still fatigued / jet lagged from my jet setting.
Yeah, and we're really, really glad that you joined us, even though you're tired. We appreciate that.
Sure.
She didn't know where to go with that one. Today's lovely show, we're going to be talking about Gillian Flynn's third novel called Gone Girl. I don't know how many years ago, what is it, a year and a half, 2 years ago, you discovered Gillian Flynn? Sherry?
She actually pronounces it Gillian.
Oh, Gillian, sorry.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize that either until I saw her do a little interview. It was a couple years ago, and I found Dark Places in the library, and I really loved it. It just had so many different twists and turns, and I like her writing style, so I've been suggesting that. And then this one came out, and I was excited to read it, and glad that you guys decided to read it with me.
Yeah.
I do have a blurb if we're ready to move into that.
Sure, blurb away.
All right. Okay,
Yeah, we don't have to give her an intro because she's not on the show.
No, screw her. I sent her a letter, a little email after I read Dark Places saying, this was awesome. I'm really glad that I stumbled upon your book. Great job. And I never heard anything from her. So you can call her Gillian if you want. I don't give a shit.
Well, I actually, I went on her site and I was surprised she didn't, she wasn't what I thought she would look like, actually.
She looks like little white bread girl.
Yeah, she does. She does. With
what did you expect her to look like?
I don't know.
Some kind of psychopathic freak.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a little wart on the nose. I don't know. She just didn't look like what I expected her to look like. And then just come to find out, she's really has a very diverse and interesting background. But we're not going to talk about that because she's not on the show.
Yeah,
so if you guys want to read later, it's her site is Gillian, Gillian Flynn.com. And so go check her out for yourself.
All right. So the book description, I'm reading this right off of Amazon.
Lazy ass.
It says, marriage, what?
Lazy ass.
Well, I got the audiobook, and so, I do have a copy of the ebook I got through a site for reviewers, but I've been busy, so I just listened to it.
All right, go ahead.
And I got to say that the audiobook was really, really well done. Really well done. So I do recommend that. All right. Okay, so marriage can be a real killer. One of the most critically acclaimed suspense writers of our times, New York Times bestseller Gillian Flynn takes that statement to its darkest place in this unput-downable masterpiece about a marriage gone terribly, terribly wrong. The Chicago Tribune proclaimed that her work draws you in and keeps you reading with the force of a pure but nasty addiction. Gone Girl's toxic mix of sharp-edged wit and deliciously chilling prose creates a nerve-fraying thriller that confounds you at every turn. I think that's a bit generous, but okay, we'll keep going. On a warm summer morning in North Carthage, Missouri, it is Nick and Amy Dunn's 5th wedding anniversary. Presents are being wrapped and reservations are being made when Nick's clever and beautiful wife disappears from their rented McMansion on the Mississippi River. Husband of the Year Nick isn't doing himself any favors with cringeworthy daydreams about the slope and shape of his wife's head, but passages from Amy's diary reveal the alpha girl perfectionist could have put anyone dangerously on the edge. Under mounting pressure from the police and the media, as well as Amy's fiercely doting parents, the town golden boy parades an endless series of lies, deceits, and inappropriate behavior. Nick is oddly evasive, and he's definitely bitter. But is he really a killer? As the cops close in, every couple in town is soon wondering how well they know the one that they love. With his twin sister Margot at his side, Nick stands by his innocence. Trouble is, if Nick didn't do it, where is that beautiful wife? And what was in the silvery gift box hidden in the back of the bedroom closet? With her razor-sharp writing and trademark psychological insight, Gillian Flynn delivers a fast-paced, devilishly dark, and ingeniously... and it was a good plotted thriller that confirms her status as one of the hottest writers around.
Damn.
Anyways, it was so good, it was unpronounceable.
It was unputdownable. What is that?
What the hell is that?
I call bullshit on that.
Oh, God.
I call bullshit on this entire book description.
Oh, God.
All right. So, I have this strange feeling that I'm going to be the only one that liked this book. But who wants to go first?
I'll volunteer to go first.
All right.
You know, you had liked the prior book. I forget which one it was. It was the first one I think we had talked about. This is the third one. Yeah, Dark Places. And I had not had the opportunity to read it, so I was really looking forward to this one because how much you liked this woman's writing style. And I started reading it, and I was kind of put off fairly quickly because she has tells things, you know, it's disjointed. You know, it's present, it's past, it's diary entries. And by the time Nick got home from the bar, I think it was, because the neighbor across the street called on the phone to say the door was wide open. And he got to the house, and he's calling for his wife, and he's looking all over the place for her, and he sees things that are upset in the house. He's like, uh-oh, something bad's just gone down. And then the police came, and they talked to him, and I think the very end of the chapter was, and that was the fourth lie Nick told. At that point, I knew that Nick was being set up, and I knew the wife had tore out of there. And I was like, really? Oh, my God. How many pet chapters am I into? And so I said, fuck it. And I did something I don't think I've ever done in my entire life. I skipped to the last chapter of the book from that point. And I'm reading it going, yep, that's what happened. And I shut it and went, yeah, no.
Wow.
No more for me.
You didn't read any more of it?
Nope, that was it.
Wow, you kind of missed a big chunk of it.
I missed a shitload chunk of it.
You missed all of the diary and the deception.
Yep. Nope.
Wow, I have to say I'm highly disappointed.
Yeah, so was I. That was my reaction.
No, I'm highly disappointed in your reading of the book. But okay, Colette, did you finish the book, or should we just stop recording now?
Well, it depends on your definition of finish. I got through that whole, because it's divided up into sections. So I got through all of section 1, and like Andy, I thought that the wife had set him up, but at that point, that's what I wanted to happen, because this guy is such a dick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's very little about him that is sympathetic. So you get through all, and typically, I am not a person that likes things to jump into the past and back into the present and to change voices like it did. And of course, every section goes from the husband's voice to the wife's voice via a diary entry from the past. So there's a lot of jumping around. But I didn't have a lot of difficulty with that. I just had difficulty with him. I didn't like him. And, you know, of course, the more that you learn about him, the less I liked him. There was just a lot of things about him that I did not care for. So, you know, as we're getting deeper into section 1, I was like, God, I hope she totally set this asshole up. I really don't like this guy. I hope she takes him down. Because he has just treated her like crap.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get into section 2, and it's like, oh, everybody's crazy.
Oh.
She is Amy is. I mean, she really puts a new twist on crazy.
She's just a complete sociopath. And then you find out that all of the diary entries were feigned, completely feigned.
For 7 years.
Yeah. And that she doesn't really have an actual personality of her own. She just adopts other people's personalities. And
I think in the end, I think her true personality, I think, comes shining very, very, very clearly through with, her, you're going to do what I want you to do, or I'm going to kill you, or set you up, and you'll spend the rest of your life, which will be short, on death row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think you're supposed to figure out pretty soon on that he's being set up, and that that she probably just took off, and then the unveiling of the real Amy as opposed to diary Amy, and the lengths that she went through. I mean, to plan shit out for over a year.
I mean, and I guess you get glimpses of that in that she's very methodical. She's a list maker, and she's very detail oriented. But yeah, I mean, that defies basic logic that she began playing a role the night she met the man she would ultimately marry.
And you touched on that too, that as far as her own personality, she goes into who she is with each, like going back into her childhood with with the high school friend and the boyfriend that she had, who she set up for rape, for raping her. And she's such a pathological liar, and so good at planning everything out that nobody really questions it.
Mm-hmm.
So does Nick become a sympathetic character in the third section?
Not really.
No, he's
Nick
still
is such
a
an
dick.
asshole.
Yeah.
They're like, and you really come to find out how well suited they are for each other. He's not crazy, but he really does, by the end, completely, well, even before the end, he completely understands where she's at, and once he figures out, once the treasure hunt begins, then he knows what's going on. Mm-hmm. And he at that point really gets what goes on in her head and what her motives are. And when he starts playing to that, in his little videos to her to try and get her to come back. I didn't expect her to start making mistakes, the stupid mistakes that she did make while she was in hiding. Befriending the woman and the dude at the like weekly motel or whatever. She starts making these really stupid mistakes. She tells each of them a different name. They see her money. But I wasn't quite sure where she was going to go after she lost the money. And I did think that it was a great twist that she ends up kind of being held prisoner by her ex-boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to that part, Colette?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was happy to see him. I was happy to see what happened to him happen, because he was weak and whiny. And
yeah, agreed.
But I did enjoy the description of that both Nick and Amy both described that dude's mom as having a vaginal smell.
Oh, God. More of those little details.
It was.
That you can pick out.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that, while she was on the run and on her own little thing, I enjoyed that, and I felt the same way about Nick. The more I learned about him, the more despicable I found him to be, and I kept expecting her to kind of turn it to make him a sympathetic character, but I don't think it would have been possible to do. Really,
no, because at that point we already knew that we didn't like him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we don't like him right from the beginning. He's got nothing planned for his wife's, for the anniversary. but something's going on with her, like you said, immediately with with the crepes and all that kind of crap first thing in the morning.
I don't know. I guess deep down I need to have somebody that I like. I don't necessarily need somebody that I identify with, but there needs to be a character that has some kind of redeeming quality, and I didn't find that in anybody.
No, I don't think there was any.
No, there's not a single character that has any kind of, even some sort of cathartic transformation. None of that. I mean, the sister, what the hell was her deal?
She was just there. I don't think that she was just there. I kept waiting for them to be having sex, but she deals with that immediately. When she says right away, everybody thinks we're having sex, but I've never fucked my sister. But I like that that's pointed out right away. But I think when Amy went from Diary Amy to Real Amy, I liked her more. Just because she was totally fucking crazy.
I completely lost interest in the story at that point.
Really?
Yeah, because I liked Diary Amy. There were things that she said that made me laugh. I really got a sense of her personality. And
it was made up.
It was completely contrived. And then I was like, oh, really?
Did you feel betrayed? Did you feel betrayed by that?
I kind of did. But not necessarily by the character as much as by the author. And I guess that could be heralded as some kind of exciting plot twist. But I just felt like, oh, well, screw this. So the one person in the story that I liked, the one person who I was rooting for, she's a complete sociopath.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I liked her. Because she was just, I liked Crazy Amy, but at the, I didn't care for the end of the book. It just seemed to go on it just took it too far, I thought, and I thought it was really anticlimactic, really.
How do you feel like it took it, I mean, considering all that had happened up to that point, what do you feel like took it too far?
I think it could have safely ended when she came back and they I think it could have ended well when she came back and then have some type of yeah, you're fucking crazy, yeah, you're right, I'm fucking crazy, and now you're stuck with me. But I didn't think it needed to go into the sperm thing, or you know what I mean. That I just thought, it was like, you know what, I'm ready for it to be over now. I went on the ride, I enjoyed the ride, and after she got back and I got a book deal, and Nick writes his book. And you know what? It's done and it's over now, and I was ready for it to be done. I did not like this one as much as I like Dark Places. I really like Dark Places, and you guys may not like it because it actually has 3 different characters that she's writing, and it does go back and forth quite a bit. So you guys may not like that, but I like the plot better than Gone Girl. I liked the twists, because in Gone Girl, what's going on. It's very upfront. There are really no secrets once you find out that Diary Amy is really Crazy Amy. But with Dark Places, you don't know what's going on till almost the end. So, but yeah, I was disappointed in this one. But not as much as you. So, I did like Crazy Amy. The crazier, the better. She was just crazy, and I liked it.
I think I just found it profoundly troubling. In that, this person that you think and that this guy has married, and that he is known for however many years, she never existed. Ever. And that people ultimately are completely capable of doing that. And I mean, even Amy says, Crazy Amy, she says, I think that everyone does this to a certain degree.
And I really
they're just
like
not
that
honest
line.
about it.
Yeah, and that's how you know that she's really crazy. I mean, that's one of the reasons that you know that she's really crazy, because to her it's completely normal, and there's no identification of, I wonder if I might be crazy. It's just, no, everybody is. They just lie to you about it. No one is really who they say they are. They're who they think you want them to be. You know? Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I just found that really chilling and troubling, because what if she's right?
Yeah,
and I think that's one of the reasons why I liked it so much, is because it is troubling. It was troubling. And what if she is right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, lots of relationships end because that person ends up not being who you thought they were. And there has been, in some degree, a little bit of, oh, well, you know, I put on airs with this person. I pretend to like what this person likes because, you know, I know I can speak from some experience that I have had exes who weren't at least what I thought they were. And in some instances, obviously more than others, they have shown a certain face to me that they thought I wanted to see. And that's always devastating when you find out that that's not really reality.
Well,
so when you have this crazy sociopath that's like, oh, well, we all do this. This is how we all are. Now I'm going to stab you.
Yeah, but that's a little extreme, though.
Eat your heart.
Well, but she didn't stab anybody other. Well, no, she did kill that one guy, but you know.
Yes, she did. It
was just that one guy.
Oh, more shanking. More shanking ahead.
I found this very troubling.
I think you were supposed to find it troubling. So she succeeded to some degree, but yeah, it wasn't nearly as good as I had hoped that it would be. So.
How was the first book that you read? Was it very similar in its construction? I mean, did she do the past, present,
Yeah, I just said that.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
Yes, and she said that it actually bounced around between three characters.
Oh, okay. Yep, you're right. I'm sorry. I need to quit. One beer. What the hell? Oh,
you're not used to it yet.
I'm not.
Yeah, and the one that I read was actually her second book. I didn't read her first book. I have it, so you probably wouldn't like it. And again, it's filled with unlikable characters. I don't think that. There are some characters that probably have, you know, a redeeming quality. The mom is selfless and nice, but other than that, everybody else is pretty devious. I mean, there's nobody really psychopathic necessarily like Amy, but it's different. It's different in the it's much more of a mystery. Much more of a mystery. It's trying to figure out who killed the family of the narrator, and so then you have the narrator, who I don't remember any of their names right now, but you have the narrator, and then you have the brother who is currently in prison for the murders, and then you have the mom who died that day, who died with the other kids. And between the three of them, you get to see what happened, and it's just really interesting. I thought, because I until probably close to the end, I wasn't 100% sure who did it. But I do like her writing style. Flashbacks don't bother me. And one of the things that I liked, and I didn't feel it quite so much in this one, the difference in the voice between Nick and Amy. you could get like, and I did the audiobook, so it was easier, I think, because the narrators, they had a woman and a man narrating it, and they did a great job because they did a great job of expressing the emotions. Nick with his anger and his recitation of bitch, fucking bitch, and Amy with just her kind of, matter of fact, and then I did this, and that'll serve him right, fucker, cheat on me, will you? And, so I think for me, the audio added something for it, added something to it for me. So I don't know if I would have, I may have felt a lot of the same things had I read it. I don't know. But in Dark Places, I really felt that the three characters there, the mom, the main narrator, and the brother, Ben, they all had very distinct voices. And that was one of the things that impressed me the most about the book, is that they really had very different, clear voices. And a lot of times when we read stories that are told from two different perspectives, unless you wouldn't be able to tell that they were actually being told by two different perspectives if they didn't tell you, if it wasn't very clearly noted. And with her, with Dark Places, I think I could have read any part of it and told you who was telling that part of the story. But
I mean, typically I do have difficulty when we're jumping around from the past to the present, back to the past, and things are not told in chronological order. Not necessarily the different POVs. I don't have a problem with that. But I had no issue with that in this book. So I do think that from a technical perspective, I think it was really well written. And there were things that these characters become utterly reprehensible. And I just utterly loathed them as people.
Even the parents.
But they still cracked me up. So I have to give her credit there.
And Amy did have some fantastic lines. Both Diary Amy and Crazy Amy. Like, she was talking about commercials. I think when she was, I don't know where she was, maybe at the hotel, and she was talking about how, apparently a woman's job is just clean and bleed and clean, because all the commercials were for either, sanitary napkins or cleaning supplies. I mean, she did have some really good lines in there, I thought.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So I don't know. I think I would still probably recommend it. I mean, I didn't think it was a bad book. I didn't think it was better than her other one, but I thought it was all right. I mean, I got some enjoyment out of it, and I really did like Crazy Amy. So.
Well, you were sufficiently entertained. Yay.
All right then.
I feel bad about Andy, though.
We're about
About who?
Oh, no, not Andy in the book.
Oh, you didn't feel bad? I didn't feel bad for her either.
No, not at all.
No. You cheat with a married man, you get what you get. She's lucky to be alive.
Yeah, under the circumstances.
It wouldn't have been difficult to take her out at all.
No, and there was really nothing sympathetic about her character either.
No, I don't think there were any characters to. Were there? I don't think so.
No, I mean,
did any innocent people get caught in the crossfire?
I don't think so.
They were all guilty of something.
They were all just terribly flawed, damaged people who weren't really remotely sympathetic. I mean, do you want to count Boney?
Maybe. I think she might be the only one that I kind of almost felt sorry for, but I think her compassion for Nick kind of made me feel that she was just stupid. I mean, yeah, he was innocent, but he was still not a very nice person. kept saying, and I thought the tossing in of his father showing up and so that was kind of just a big red herring, and it seemed really obvious that she was just kind of throwing him in.
I mean, and there did seem to be some strange things as far as the cops. I mean, there were things that the cops did where I was like, really? You're not gonna want to go with him on his treasure hunt?
Well, they
really?
did, but then he kept. Well, I think I would have tried. Well, but I mean, how could they force him? They did the. He figured out the first one. They went to the office and found the big panties on the air conditioner.
Well, I don't know that they were big panties.
Well, they were bigger than they were bigger than Amy's because they kept asking her him
about the size too.
Yeah, and really, you couldn't figure that out why they were asking you that. I don't know why they keep asking me. But yes, she's a size 2 because the panties were bigger.
Well, and I liked that he was like, I don't know what size my wife is. Whatever. She's a bitch. I mean, just everything about the guy was like, oh my God.
So you made reservations. You made reservations for.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I made reservations.
Oh, no, I mean, I meant to.
Why? Yeah. I mean, there were things about him. I mean, obviously, I didn't like him as a person, but there were things that he did that I just thought were utterly stupid. And then there were things that the cops did that I was like, what? So
I liked it when he smiled at the
at the press conference that my wife is missing, and I'm so upset.
But I kind of. I'm an inappropriate smiler and laugher myself, and I kind of, I was.
You could relate to that.
Well, I was kind of trying to picture myself up there. My wife is gone. I'm the prime suspect, and and I could just see myself just laughing or something like that at a terribly inappropriate moment. And I think, one of the things that I thought was interesting is that, she really lays out how socially awkward he is, and why he is that way. He because you think about that a lot, or I do. I think about that with like trials and shit like that, and people are saying, "Oh, he's not responding appropriately." Well, not everybody does. We have reasons and baggage and conditioning that also tell us how we're supposed to respond properly.
See, that's what Diane Downs' attorney should have used.
Huh?
Diane Downs' attorney should have used that in his defense of her reactions to the Queen. Never mind. Go ahead. Move on. You don't know the Diane Downs story?
No.
Oh, she's the woman that shot her kids in the car, and then she drove slowly to the hospital, hoping they would die before they could get medical care.
God. Is this a Florida thing?
No. No. Jesus Christ. No, it's not a Florida thing.
How long ago was this?
Oh, my. I want to say the 80s. I forget what state it was in. Damn. Ohio? I don't remember what state it's in. But, yeah, she fortunately was convicted of, let's see, one of her children died. The other one, wouldn't talk for quite a long time. And then the other one was in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. And, she went to prison. But one of the things, though, that happened in the courtroom, certain times during testimony, she would smile or laugh. And the attorney tried to tell the jury that, it's just, she doesn't mean it the way you're taking it, that, she just doesn't react the way people expect her to. And so that's what popped into my head when you were talking about, that. So, the Diane Downs story is interesting. I can't think of the author's name, but she does all that true crime stuff. Anne Rule, I think it is.
Oh, right.
And it was, I first read about this case, I think it was Small Sacrifices is the name of the book.
I remember that book.
Yeah, they did a TV movie out of it. Farrah Fawcett played Diane Downs.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yep. We go from one murderous bitch to another. Just make that cross. I like that. That's good. I wanted to like the book. I really did, Sherry, because you really enjoy this author, and I just it had all the elements in the beginning of things that I can't stand, and then just knowing that I've already figured out what the hell's going on. So I didn't have to read anymore.
I think, but you miss it. I think you're supposed to figure out what happened, and then for this one, it's the uncovering of how and why.
Yeah, yeah, I can see where I missed that.
Yeah, but
yeah, I missed that entirely.
Yeah, because it happened in the 400 pages.
Yeah, exactly.
In between the chapters that you read.
Surprise! I still don't feel any compulsion to go and reread or read the parts I missed.
Well, like I said, I enjoyed all of it except for probably and again, since I was doing the audiobook, I don't know where the chapters and parts fall, but I seriously think it could have ended with some really good twisted wrap up after she got back. I don't know. Did you find that the continuation of the development of their relationship added anything to it for you?
No.
Yeah,
no, not really.
I mean, she was just really smart. She really was. She was incredibly smart, down to just making him strip naked and get in the shower and whispering to have a conversation because she knew that he was going to try and bust her out. Mm-hmm. But I don't think we needed to know any of that. It was done. So
yeah, I agree. I personally would have liked it more if she had still been capable of some of the things that she had done, the whole planning her own supposed murder and framing her husband for it. I still could have liked her for that because Nick was such an awful person. I think I would have been able to forgive her for framing him, just based on the fact that he was having an affair for such a long period of time, and
he was a shitty husband.
He was really awful. I mean, to borrow what she had left of her savings to buy this bar that he was only kind of half-assed involved in running anyway, and then having an affair with one of his students. And I mean, she was just kind of a moron. So.
She was.
Oh, I really think I love this 23-year-old who.
Exactly.
Yeah. And all the while, Amy is taking care of his dying mother and his Alzheimer's-ridden, misogynist, abusive father. Mm-hmm. And he was a grade A piece of shit.
I agree.
So 100%. I didn't want her to be crazy. I wanted it to be completely, premeditated and blame him and frame him. And I still would have been okay with her turning up at the end to save him. And maybe at that point he could have, recognized how horrible he was. Obviously he didn't. Because
he didn't. He just chalked it all up to her being crazy.
Yeah, he just wanted to. He wanted to kill her when she reappeared.
Yeah,
he fantasized about killing her.
You're right, and I hadn't really thought about that. But you're absolutely right. If Diary, or if she had gone through with the whole plotting, because that was kind of admirable. Really, mm-hmm. With the level of planning and detail and her forethought in so many of the areas. If she wouldn't have turned out to be some total psycho, just some, kind of crazy, really smart, vengeful woman, mm-hmm. that I think you're right. That probably would have been a better story.
Because I love vengeful stories. Yeah. Scarlet Letter, Count of Monte Cristo. Let's do it. Let's fuck some bitches up. Let's do it. I don't want him to be crazy.
Yeah, because that kind of takes away from the revenge and just makes it about I'm crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
And probably a lot of that, some of that could have been better done if they would have ended it a lot earlier. I mean, that whole shit with the vomit.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
Really? Jesus.
I mean, how long did it take him to find that?
It took him a while to find that.
Yeah, in the Brussels sprouts.
In the Brussels sprouts. See, I would have found it immediately. I love Brussels sprouts.
Oh, God, not after that.
Wow. You would have been so disappointed. What do you mean this isn't Brussels sprouts?
Put this vomit in my Brussels sprouts.
Oh, no. It's not like peanut butter and chocolate, you know? Come on now.
No.
Two great tastes that taste great together.
Reese's definitely passed on that one. Maybe a little too hastily, I may add.
That's not right. That's awesome.
That is great. Oh. Well, Andy, I forgive you, but next time you don't read the book, tell me so I know.
Why? This came as a complete shock to your system.
It did. You know I'm PMSing. That made me mad.
Oh, my God. Don't be mad. Come on now. Come on.
But
you like twists and unexpected. See, you didn't see that coming. I didn't read your stinking book.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. It's not right, Colette. You're just not right.
I know you were counting on Colette being here. I know how you work.
No, I wanted to. I really wanted to like it. I just couldn't. But I do feel bad that I missed the crazy part.
That you didn't do what?
That I missed the crazy part. I do feel bad about that.
It's super crazy.
Yeah.
She's like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically, I think that's part 2 of the book, the way she's got it divided up. Because part 1 is all about, okay, the wife is missing. So you just have Nick's every other chapter, and his pieces are all going in chronological order as he starts to look more and more guilty. And then those are interspersed with Diary Amy's entries as they're still kind of chronological, but obviously they start much, much earlier, like when they meet. Mm-hmm. And then part 2 is when you meet Crazy Amy. And it's like, yeah, here's all the crazy shit I've been doing.
And, she has comments about Diary Amy.
Yeah, exactly. And then part 3 is when she reappears.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, well,
and that's the part that kind of, that's the part that kind of, it really didn't, it did seem to drag on sort of needlessly, but I mean, I guess we needed to get a feel for how these two crazy people who hate each other were going to continue to live in a happy marriage.
Which, I don't even want to think about a kid thrown into that madness.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, but by the end, they kind of figure out this way to coexist. I mean, and to be honest with you, she does kind of get her revenge on him because he's terrified. He's terrified to make a wrong move. He says he starts, before he couldn't remember anything, and she was always bitching at him because, she would do the treasure hunts whenever she would ask him a question or something. He could never figure out the answers. And now he writes everything down. Like he's writing conversations down and wondering, did I upset her for that? Because, who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So she did get her revenge quite well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But even he says, I've never been as good of a man as with Crazy Amy. I don't know. And maybe for me it flowed a little nicer because there were no chapter delineations. Like it never said chapter 1, chapter 2 in the audio. It just was an ongoing narrative.
And it doesn't actually list chapter 1, chapter 2. It gives you the number of days. So it starts on the day of, the day that she goes missing. Yeah, and then it's 5 days gone, 8 days gone, and then suddenly you get to, I guess it's where is that? I'm looking at the ebook right now. And then when she returns...
Oh, yeah, then it's like 10 months since return.
Yeah, the night of the return.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, she's going to turn back up if you've flipped forward at all.
Yeah, see, as soon as she starts thinking about, he's wearing the tie I bought him, he's wearing the watch I bought him, but even then she's kind of like, he's trying to get me to see, he's trying to get me to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. She shouldn't have come back, or she should have ended it, or the author should have ended it when she came back. I think we should just rewrite it, and maybe throw in a nice character for you, Colette.
That would be nice.
Or just go on to another author, another story.
Or we could do that too. Yeah.
I mean, I've always felt that if there's not at least one remotely sympathetic character, even if they start off as just a complete cock, and they somehow get redeemed so that I don't utterly despise them, then, I mean, for all I care, they all get in a bus and just drive off a cliff on page, 100. And I'm like, done. If I don't care, then I don't care.
Yeah.
You gotta make me care.
Yeah.
Maybe Go was supposed to be that character.
Oh,
because she's kind of caught in the middle, and but there's not enough of her to.
Yeah, I didn't dislike her, but I didn't really like her either.
She's kind of like navel lint.
Huh?
She's kind of like navel lint.
Well, I mean, I felt bad for her, but she was just such a tiny, tiny part that I just didn't give a shit,
Right.
Well, Go's upset. Who cares? Go away, Go. Yeah.
Just go. That really is an odd nickname, too.
Yeah, it is.
But with Margot, what else would it be?
Well, I have
Margie.
a nickname for something with Margot. Just call her Margot. Jesus.
Eh.
I don't know. That's 2 whole syllables. That's hard.
That's why I go by Rev. It's so much easier than Sherry.
Yeah, and then we all get confused what to call you.
Yeah.
I love it. It's awesome.
All right. Well, there you go.
There you go.
I still recommend you go read the damn book, and then you can.
And then you can feel as vaguely unsatisfied as we do.
There you go. Exactly. Yep.
If you like really, really totally crazy bitches, this is the book for you.
There you go. Right.
And horrible
then
people
you
in
can
general.
just read the book instead of actually living that.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do yourself a favor. Read about a crazy bitch instead of, being with one.
Yeah, and re-examine who you're with. Wonder if they're really telling you all about themselves, the true self.
No doubt. I do recommend, after listening to you guys, I do recommend getting the audio.
Maybe that would be better.
I really liked it. I mean, I liked the 2 people that were doing it.
Who actually did the readings? Anybody famous that we might know?
Like Herman Munster.
Huh?
Like Herman Munster.
Herman Munster did so yes.
He read all the female parts,
and then I hit the silver box.
Oh, God.
Right, and then Truman Capote did all of Nick's parts.
What, do they channel him?
Well, I mean, they're both dead, so might as well, right?
What the hell?
Julia Whalen did Amy, and Kirby Hayborn did Nick. I have no idea who those people are.
Me either.
Although Julia Whalen makes me think of the Lisa Whalen who was on the Love Boat. I'm just saying. She was the daughter, Captain Stubing's daughter.
Alrighty then.
I thought that was Jill. Wasn't that Jill?
Oh, it's Jill. What did I say? Lisa? Whatever. Jill, Lisa, some ass name.
Oh, wow. Time for a drink.
All right, I'm Googling Julia Whalen now.
Oh, that's too funny.
All right. And don't forget about Kirby.
There's like 7,000 different women named Julia. I guess she's one of these people who don't look remotely similar. She could be any of these people.
Oh, I've seen this guy before.
Including Meg Ryan. I'm not sure why she's in here.
Oh, Kirby Hayborn. Okay. I've seen him before. Let me see. Oh my God. If you go to his website, he actually pops up and says, "Hey, welcome to my site," in like this little video thing. imdb.com.
Oh, yeah. I recognize this guy too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a character actor. I can't remember anything that...
Let's see.
And clearly, at least once, he has played a pirate.
Oh, he was...
he's all piratey.
All piratey.
He's in the Three Stooges.
Oh, that's too bad.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I don't find anything funny about the Three Stooges.
Me either.
I like the old Three. I have fond childhood memories of the old Three Stooges.
Okay, so that's why you like it, because it's tied into that you have sentimental reasons for liking it.
I do.
But in general, I find that most of the people who really like and enjoy the Three Stooges are men. It really seems to appeal to them on some kind of base, I'm going to shove this in your asshole, ha ha ha, kind of, oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, like, 8-year-old boy humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yep. Both of my brothers, if they're channel surfing and they see the Three Stooges, like, stop. They will watch that shit until it's over. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they come in on the last third. It doesn't matter. They will watch it until it's over.
Julia Whalen is also an actress, and she looks just how I pictured her from her voice. Let's see. She made her film debut in 15 and Pregnant in 1998. Let's see. She's in The Closer, the TV series The Closer. She plays Natalie Gilbert. Oh, she was the hostile witness. Or no, that was the name of the thing. Let's see, she's in Castle, the TV series. She plays Tina Massey. She was in NCIS Los Angeles.
Are you on IMDb?
I am.
Okay. Oh, I was spelling her name wrong.
Secret Life of Zoe. Once and Again. No, she was in that. She was Grace Manning. I don't know who that. Oh, she was on ER in 1998. Yeah, let's look. Yeah.
Yeah, and just so now I'm looking at her, and she looks terrifying.
Because all you can see is Crazy Amy.
Yes. I mean, because she looks like a pretty normal, not at all homicidal.
But look at
person. Yeah, exactly. But now you know it's in there, and I'll cut you.
That's too damn funny.
I'll cut myself.
Yeah.
And send you to prison. Yeah. Well,
now, the whole pretending to be raped thing, did that upset you in the way that it upset me?
It didn't upset me at all. I'm not generally upset by rape things. I mean, are you just saying like the thought of it, like what she did to herself?
Yes.
Oh, no, I just took that as another part of her insane planning thing. No, it didn't. At that point, there was absolutely nothing that would have shocked me.
You feel like there was nothing for her that would have been over the line that you couldn't have imagined her doing.
Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Not a single thing. I can't think of anything. Animal torture, nothing. There is nothing that I think that she could have done at that point that I would have responded with, I really have a hard time believing she would do that. Or that's really offensive to me. Because, yeah. She was just like the perfect study of psychotic. What is that? A sociopath.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
she's an utter sociopath.
Yeah, just crazy. Yeah.
Well, I'm just waiting for you to smack your lips next. I mean, damn, girl.
You don't read things like that. You don't get. I think we really got to get inside her head, and that was just like a terrifying thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, but I think that's Gillian Flynn's claim to fame is to just write really despicable characters that you just kind of shudder while you're reading, thinking, "Oh my God." Yeah.
Well, she's good at that.
Yeah, no lie.
She clearly has a gift.
So if you're looking for something like that, listeners,
something that will terrify you and make you scrutinize everyone in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was that? What was that you were just doing? What was that you just said? What?
Are you talking to yourself? Speak up, I want to hear it.
Then this is the book for you.
Yeah, one of the things that he says right away is, I'm always wondering, what are you thinking? That's the thing. And when I first read that, I was like, a woman clearly wrote this, because I just get the impression that men could not give a shit what we're thinking at all, ever. But by the end of the book, you can bet that's exactly what he was thinking all the time. What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's too damn funny.
Yeah. So
well, I was just wondering what it would be like to wear your flesh as a suit.
Oh, no.
But that would give somebody else a bad impression. I mean, it's all about maintaining that persona, that Diary Amy persona.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't be good.
Mm-mm.
That wouldn't be good at all. Perhaps she could frame Nick for the murder of her parents then. Because that would have been much more productive, I would think.
I suppose, but they didn't have any money anymore, so.
Yeah, I think she was. I think she was done with them and the whole, dead babies and then her.
Yeah, that was very odd too.
Yeah. one among many very odd things.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, so there you go. If you like twisted, messed up people, go give this one a read.
Yep.
So there you go.
And make up your own mind.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you both for the show. I enjoyed
reading
it.
The book that you wouldn't read.
Hey, I tried. Damn it. I did try. Come on now. Give me a little credit. Don't make me go all sociopath on you. Come on.
I want to read about Diary Andy.
Diary Andy. Yeah, that's scary. You don't want to read that.
If the police contact me and they say that you've gone missing, but they found your diary, I'm really going to freak out.
Nah.
I'm going to try and throw suspicion on Colette as soon as possible.
Wow. Just because I'm in the same time zone?
You're not, as her? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
See that? Better move.
Yep. Absolutely. So what's next on the agenda?
Next on the agenda we have, and I had it up earlier and then I closed it down, so let me pull it up again real quick.
I need you to put that back in the thing so I can see.
Oh, all right. Did I keep forgetting to put it back in the thing?
I won't touch it.
Oh, that's what you say now. The next show is Ashley Bartlett is our author with Adrienne Blagg as co-host. Hopefully she will have recovered from her age ride.
Yep, she's done now. She finished a little while ago, and so hopefully she'll be able to sit.
Yeah. Sure, sore ass. I love that post. That was great.
Oh, I forgot. What the hell? We have a book giveaway.
Yes.
From our last episode.
Yep.
Bonnie Newport is giving away, I think, the first 3 or 4 of her books, because I'm not prepared, but I do know who won. We had 8 entrants, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And Jenny won, who I think is very, very nice because she's the one who introduced the Mostly Lesfic group to the books.
Nice.
So she wins. I haven't told her yet, but I'll put the two of them in touch, and yay!
Yeah, that's excellent. Congratulations, Jenny.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Raise that up to show us your tits thing again.
Oh, that was much. That was like show me your navel.
Okay, then. Yeah, I was actually I was listening to our holiday show when I was tooling around shopping today. And I just bust out because I had earbuds on. So I bust out laughing in the middle of the mall. People were looking at me like, what the fuck?
It's Crazy Amy.
It's Crazy Amy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's just too funny. So should we make one more announcement, or should we just save that for a separate bar rag?
No, I think we should make it now. Colette, are you done thinking?
Oh, I was like, huh? Sorry.
You should have had the alcoholic beverage.
I know.
No. I don't have anything obviously written down, but yeah, I'll have something for you.
Okay, so the bombshell announcement that we're going to make is that, yeah. Oh, God.
I'm sorry, I am very tired.
I've been drinking one drink and I'm blitzed. She's tired.
See, and that's why I am not drinking.
And Rev's disappointed. So, okay.
No, I'm okay now. Colette read enough of it to, converse. So that's all right.
All right, well, good. So
I'm not mad anymore.
The big bombshell announcement is Colette is getting her own show on Cocktail Hour.
Woo!
That is the bombshell announcement. And we tentatively titled it The Moody Blues.
Oh, really?
What?
You sound really disappointed.
Yeah, what the hell?
Come up with something your own self, Dan.
Yeah, you're right.
Hell.
Well, that wasn't the tentative titles that you threw out before, but that's okay.
We changed it.
Yeah, it's morphing.
It's morphing.
That's
so,
fine.
What did you come up with? Anything?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I was kicking around a few different things while I was hiking the Grand Canyon.
Well, it's just a tentative thing. You come up with your own freaking name.
Wow.
But,
wow. Are you sure you're not still mad? Because that seemed a little hostile, but okay.
I'm sorry. Let me rein in Crazy Sherry. Diary Sherry's going to come back out now. That's awesome, Colette. And Andy and I are here for you. So if you need any assistance at all, you just let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I almost believe you.
Almost. That's because
yeah.
I'm not as good as Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Work on that, would you?
I will.
All right. All right, so Colette's getting her own show. We don't have a permanent name yet. So that is still exciting, though.
Yeah, and if people have thoughts and ideas, then make them.
Yep.
Make them known.
Yep.
Because, morphing.
Yep,
Still
morphing.
Evolving.
What, your vulva what?
No. No. No.
It's too early and she's too tired for vulva discussion.
So next weekend we'll be posting the first episode of Flicks and Swizzle Sticks.
Yep.
So you'll have to check that out. We've got another project that is in discussion right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we've got Colette's as of yet unnamed show. So, this is you are witnessing the building of the Cocktail Hour empire.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
There you go. Well, that's all I got. You got anything else?
I'm good.
Oh, that's pretty major. Anything with the word empire in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know how you're going to top that.
Move over, Google. We're taking over the world.
And you know what, listeners, I'll tell you, if you have ideas and suggestions of things that you and your friends would enjoy hearing podcasts about, let us know. Drop us a line, because that's how the movie thing started. Well, Andy and I just hounded Colette until she agreed.
Yeah,
finally
relentless.
To do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to do this one, and then the other project that we're not going to talk about just yet also came from a listener suggestion. So, we're interested in putting out stuff that you're interested in hearing about. So let us know.
Yep. Awesome.
There you go.
All right. Well, great. So thank you both.
Sure.
Been a little slice of heaven as usual.
Always.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So we'll have a new show for you in 2 weeks. So thanks.
Yay.
All right.
Woohoo!
All right. So long, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.